We went to Kirby Cove. Another trip where I threw up in someone's tent. There was actually this recurring theme, I think, of camping trips. It always involved hot dogs. I'm a vegetarian now. That's probably partly why. Threw up in someone's tent there too. But that trip was different because we were older. That might have been 4th grade for me. The foghorn would not stop all night. And I thought it was really cool for, the first 500 times it went off. And after that, it was just unbearable. I didn't actually last through the whole trip. I think the last night, I think I sent out some sort of SOS to have my parents come get me because I needed to sleep at least once, just once. Even if it meant giving up going to play in the old abandoned barracks and the old abandoned tunnels, which were, if they'd given us flares, that would have been the perfect experience. The bats were neat. The beach was neat. Flares. Make a note for next time. If we ever host a trip just like that, flares. But otherwise, and no hot dogs. Otherwise, that was also really good. So, those are the big ones I remember. I didn't do Fort Point. I had a cold or something. So, which prevented me from throwing up in a fort, which probably would have been historic. I am curious. You're always curious about how people turn out. And since I didn't get to go to the 2009 one, and it took a while of studying the 2009 photos to figure who the heck who is that person? Their eyes look the same, but I don't otherwise recognize them, or there were a few people who weren't in my year, who I wasn't as close with, and I had to figure out who they knew and how they were connected. But curiosity is what's going to draw me there, because I did have a really positive experience. And I do want to know what other people turned out like, and I do want to know if their lives are fun and if their the positive experiences that I had were similar to as experienced by them, and if it had an influence on their life that made them fun older versions of the fun younger people I knew. So, but I'm not hung up, or my attendance won't be made or broken by anyone in particular coming or not coming. Can this microphone pick up the things my stomach is saying?
Oh.
Because I'm worried about you playing the messages. It'll be me going blah, 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 blah. And it goes,